create so much speed coming into the zone.
You guys have been very good on the road. Why has the road been so successful for you guys?
I wish I had the answer to that. We've been pretty successful on the road all year. I don't draw too much from it. Maybe we got to be a little bit better at home. I guess that's what I would draw from it. Sometimes there's trends that you see throughout the year. That's been one for us. We've been comfortable on the road. We've been pretty focused on the road, and tonight will obviously be our biggest test on the road of the season.
You've obviously talked about it, but just how much confidence does it give the rest of the guys in the middle, especially with that overtime situation?
Yeah, I mean, critical to have a guy in there that that everybody's feels comfortable, feels confident in, and has done a great job for us. The other night, Groovy's this entire through the first 8 games here, he's had a real good ability just to move on to the next save. Nothing has lingered with him from game to game. Nothing has carried from one to the next. If a puck gets by him, he's been able to move on to the next play, the next save, and that's really given our group confidence. And obviously that's going to be a big piece continually moving forward.
Ottinger was a little bit hard for the guys to solve in the regular season. To score on the boost, kind of, do you think that gives the team, especially?
Yeah, we got some on him early. We in one bunch early in game 1, but I thought his game was really good throughout the rest of the hockey game after that. So there's no magic formula. I mean, gonna have to create some traffic. Gonna have to make it difficult for him to see pucks. Especially first pucks, first shots, so that you've got an opportunity to to have a screen. Shot get by him, or at least have some, have that loose change laying around off of a first shot. So there's no magic for him. I mean, he's a hell of a goaltender. He's played extremely well through the playoffs, and no question he'll be a factor for them tonight.
People talk a lot about the rookie wall. How have you seen Matty just handle the rigors of a first full season, and especially here down there?
Yeah, so far, I mean, he's had some, I believe he's had some dips, in terms of energy. He's really managed them well. Even when he's can come to those dips and in overall energy. I don't think it hasn't affected his performance. Which a lot of times it would go hand in hand, but. Probably first and foremost, he's a smart guy. He knows his body, knows how he's feeling. Yeah, he's young in this league, but he's shown the maturity to really manage those spots, and we've seen him bounce back from those really quickly. So right at this point in time, he looks he's got great energy levels, and he's been as good as he has been throughout the year.
You've spoken about just the balance of scoring in your team, and it's a part of your identity. What does that do in the postseason when you have everybody scoring, that trickle-down effect?
Well, when everybody's scoring, it's a good thing, as long as that's happening. One of the things that it does, regular season or playoffs, is everybody knows that they have to do their part. We're not gonna get through a playoff game with just our power play getting hot and getting us through a game. We're not gonna have one or two guys that we expect to lead us, on any given night. It's got to be different guys for us. We don't, you don't know who that's going to be from night to night. But as you get into a game, everybody's got to have have the will and have the expectation that they can go out and make a difference for us offensively, and especially as you get into playoffs. It's not just about scoring, right? I mean, you've got to do your job both directions, and hopefully somebody on our roster is going to provide some offense for us, and everybody on our roster is going to play well in a 200-foot defensive sense.
With this team, certainly we saw the way they rose to the occasion
vindication of Game 7. Really the vindication of these key moments all year, whether it's Game 7, Game 1 here the other night. What is it about these guys that they're able to dig deep and find a way in those tough times?
Well, I mean, that's playoff hockey. That's how that's how you get through a series. If you don't do that, if we didn't do that in the Colorado series, we wouldn't be here today. Our season would be over. So it's been a part of the DNA of this group. Every group is a little bit different, but this group's been pretty tight throughout the year. Whenever we've gotten away from our game or got off our game, we've been able to get back to it pretty quick. I think throughout the regular season, and we didn't linger in a losing streak longer than I think 3 games. We were able to push back and get back on the right track, and that becomes even more important in game at this time of year. You can't, if you're off your game for too long, if you get pushed off of it for too long of a stretch during a game, you're probably going to find yourself out of that game or chasing that game. So that piece of of our team is probably more important than maybe what meets the eye. That cohesion, that ability to recognize when you need to get back to it, and then also have the ability to do just that.
Is that a maintenance morning for Schwartz and Schultz?
We'll see tonight. This time of year, I guess you never know. So we'll see where we're at tonight. Okay, thank you.